In our first story, police investigators unraveling the case of the 3 girls who went missing in Takoradi last year have discovered another set of remains. A tweet on the Ghana Police Service Twitter handle said the 4th set of human remains, were found in a well at Nkrofo news site in Takoradi. The first tweet reads, it was posted about 2 hours ago, and it reads, police investigators today, August 6, 2019, discovered a 4th set of human remains in a well at Nkrofo news site at Takoradi. The remains were discovered at an uncompleted building where Samuel Willis Odotek was rearrested in connection with missing persons and later convicted for unlawful escape. Investigations are underway to establish the identity of remains while police continue with all angles of the ongoing investigation. Now, this latest discovery comes on the back of Friday's discovery in a septic tank at Kanserodo, also in Takoradi. Let's get on the line now and speak with Ina Talia Kwanza, who works with Radio Max in Takoradi. Now, Ina, there's a little confusion about where the latest discovery was made and how different it is from where the first discovery was made. Please help us better understand this.
Okay, sure. So the first place where the discovery was made happens to be the residence of Samuel Udotek Wills, that is at Kanserodo. And then the second discovery happens to be where he was rearrested when he escaped from the central police station in Takoradi. So this happens to be the second place he was rearrested. This place happens to be it used to be a cemetery, sort of. So this is where there is doubt in the minds of many people in Sekondi, Takoradi, that this place used to be a cemetery. So there could be possibilities that these are dead bodies some years ago that the police have gone to retrieve, or these are skulls or something of some dead bodies some years ago that the police have gone to retrieve.
No, so this information that you're just sharing with us is quite interesting. You're saying that where this latest discovery was made, at Nkrofo, is quite close to a cemetery.
Yes, the place used to be a cemetery, and now it has been sold to people, so there are buildings all over.
So in effect, they're saying that it was retrieved in a well. It's possible that this well could probably be linked to a grave.
Sure, Israel.
All right, thank you very much. Ina Thalia Kwanza works with Radio Max in Takoradi, and she was just giving us this very latest updates that where the latest discovery was made actually happens to be an old cemetery, a disused cemetery. And there's a possibility, it is yet to be established though, there's a possibility that the remains that have been found or discovered today could possibly be remains retrieved from an old grave. We'll shortly be speaking with head of forensic science at the University of Cape Coast, Dr. Richmond Afuaka, as this latest discovery will also be subjected to forensic analysis to see if they match the DNA of the missing girls. Before we get to that though, family members of the 3 missing girls, Takoradi girls, are appealing to civil society organizations and some prominent Ghanaians to put pressure on the police to help find them. Speaking on behalf of the families at the news conference in Accra, brother of one of the girls, Michael Labi Kranchi, stated the family members are optimistic the girls are still alive despite the discovery of human remains at the residence of the main suspect.
Now we feel the police needs to be pressured in order for them to act swiftly. They are working. We know they are working. They are doing what they can. But I think there is more effort. There is more to be done. So if the past president and civil society organizations put themselves in the matter, I think it would ginger the police to speed up their work. We are optimistic of seeing our girls alive and safe, as said early on by the National Security Minister, the Interior Minister, and the CID boss. We are once again calling on past presidents, the First Lady, and the Network for Women Rights in Ghana, Child Rights International, and all civil society organizations to intervene for us. The second issue we would want to address is about information given by the families, by the police, concerning the exhumation of human remains in a septic tank at the residence of Samuel Odotok Wells, one of the suspects. We, the families, want to ask the police some questions and to spell out our reasons why we don't want to avail ourselves for a DNA test. Our first question is, if the police claim they found human remains and that could possibly be the remains of our lovely girls, what becomes of the statement by the CID boss, the National Security Minister, and the Interior Minister that the girls are alive and safe?
Right. Meanwhile, President of the Concerned Mothers Association, Josephine Amu, says the police acted unprofessionally by not conducting a proper search of the residence of the prime suspect when he was first arrested.
Ladies and gentlemen of the press, we do not believe that the body part retrieved from the residence of the main suspect belongs to our Takoradi missing girls. If they were, then we want to say that our police and the national security have not acted professionally. Elsewhere, the so-called septic tank will be searched right from the first day when the main suspect was arrested. We want it to be on record that we believe the security of every individual in Ghanaian is in danger. We have said before, and we will want to state again that today, it is our daughters of Sekendi Takoradi missing. Tomorrow it will be somebody in Kumasi, Tamale, Accra, even Bolga. If it takes the security agencies almost a year to rescue our girls, then everybody's life is in danger. If we all do not speak out and register our displeasure about the way our security agencies have handled the matter, tomorrow it could be you or me.
So does this latest discovery affect ongoing investigations in any way? Joining us via Skype to analyze this is the head of forensic science at the University of Cape Coast, Dr. Richmond Afuakwa. Now, Dr. Richmond, for starters, would you say our security operatives have the resources to successfully do this analysis?
Yeah, thank you very much for having me. I would first and foremost say that, yes, the police has the necessary tools to conduct this investigation, that is the DNA analysis. The police has a forensic lab, very well equipped forensic lab for that matter. The DNA section of the Ghana Police Service is up and running. I think not long ago, the CID boss was able to procure some reagents for the DNA section of the police forensic lab, and it capacitates them to conduct this DNA analysis effectively.
All right, so we're told that it's going to take 4 weeks to get to know whether indeed the human remains that they found match those of the 3 missing Takoradi girls. Does it have to take 4 weeks?
Yeah, it depends. It depends on what the police want to do. For example, the remains have been found. Are they remains of females or males? For example, you need a forensic anthropologist to be able to do that. I don't know exactly what the process the police is going to go through to arrive at the conclusion of this issue, whether indeed the remains that were taken from Takoradi were that of the missing girls. But if they are going to exhaust every single process, and of course we want the police to be very professional. We don't want them to do this in a rush. Earlier on, I said that we have put a lot of pressure on the police, and we need to be careful not to put them in a rush and make unnecessary mistakes. If the police, of course, says that they need 4 weeks to do this investigation or this analysis, let us give them the time. 4 weeks will just come, and I'm not sure it is too long a time, depending on the process they want to take this through.
Now, these remains appear to have been in the septic tank for quite a while. Does it in any way affect the quality or the ability of the police to assess them properly?
No. I won't say it does. For example, you could be concerned about the heat in the septic tank. I'm sure if I have not seen yet the remains, but if indeed there were no flesh, no muscles, and it was all bones, then you can tell that indeed in fact the septic tank has heat, which will aid the process of putrefaction and cause the decay process to go on very fast. And then the bones have a lot of DNA. Depending on the state of the bones, they can get DNA easily from the bones. So I'm not sure DNA is compromised.
All right. Now, can you quickly walk us through the process? The police will take the remains, and typically what happens next?
Well, it depends. As I said earlier, if they want to do some preliminary analysis of the bones, they may look at the anthropology. So they look at, there are specific features of bones for males and females. In this particular instance, we are looking at females. We are looking at these missing girls, and you would like to know whether they are males or they are females, and you can easily tell depending on the kinds of bones you get. And then they go into the DNA proper. During the DNA, this is where it becomes a matter of concern, because the family is refusing to avail themselves for cross-matching. And once they're able to get DNA from the bones, they will need a known DNA sample of the girls themselves or that of a family member to be able to tell whether there is any relation between the bones, the human remains that have been found, and the girls. If that is not available, then the results may be inconclusive. And we don't want to get to the point where we have any inconclusive results. I think the whole nation has been sitting on tenterhooks for a very long time concerning these girls. And this is the time where we need to call on the family members to cooperate with the police. If they need further analysis, after the police has done what they have to do, they can call for a second opinion. That is when another person or another entity may come in and conduct a second DNA analysis to confirm what the results of the police, I mean.
Now, there's this other information that's just coming through to us, Doc, and it has to do with the fact that where the latest discovery was made, it was found in a well, and we're learning that it happens to be near a disused cemetery. And there are concerns, or people are linking it to the possibility that it could be the remains from an old grave that has found its way into this well. Do you get to establish that as well in the DNA?
Yeah, there are concerns all the time. But I think this well has been in existence for a while, and whoever dug the well has possibly been using the well for a while. Let's not speculate too much. The bones have been recovered. It is up to the police to determine whether indeed these bones, the recent ones, have any significance in this issue. Of course, I am sure the police would take cognizance of the fact that the area where they dug the bones from, or where they retrieved the bones from, is a disused cemetery. That should go into the investigative process, and I'm sure it will guide them in their investigation and analysis. But let us not jump into conclusion that indeed, because it is a disused cemetery, that it means that it could be some old buried bones. But for example, if indeed there are old buried bones, there are also scientific processes to get to that.
Ascertain that.
Because, for example, in Ghana, before anybody is buried, normally the body goes through the mortuary process of embalming. I mean, so the body is embalmed. And indeed, if that body was embalmed, some of the chemicals would definitely get deposited in the bones, and those could be found. Right. A kidnapper will not embalm the body before disposing of it. So, I mean, all these, I'm sure there are experts in the police service who will go take this process. And I mean, we work closely with the police, and we give them advice all the time. So I'm sure whenever it becomes necessary, we will advise, and then the police will do their work very well.
All right, thank you very much. Dr. Richmond Afuakwa, he is the head of forensic science at the University of Cape Coast.